Tonight I'm making chicken tenders with pork rind breading. I first learned this recipe last year when my husband was doing the carnivore diet. I've seen a few different variations of this recipe. Some people put flour in the batter, and some people fry them in the frying pan with oil. But this particular recipe doesn't have any carbs, or very low carb, we'll say, and it's also baked in the oven, and it has some cheese on it too, which I'm not sure other recipes have that either. So usually I just use regular pork rinds, and I think I like those really the best. But I was at Dollar General today and I noticed that they had a bunch of different flavored ones, and so I got some barbecue. I usually get my pork rinds from Aldi, and they have a chili lime flavor that's really good. It's kind of spicy, but it's very citrusy and tangy. And I could see that being really good on these chicken tenders, so I might try that next time. So I'm using my new device that I got for Christmas, and if you don't have one of these, you might consider it. I had put off getting one for a long time and was just shredding my cheese by hand, but this little baby was only like somewhere around $20. And what I really like about it is you just stick it on the countertop and turn the dial, and it suction cups down so it doesn't move. And it takes me like 2 seconds to shred a block of cheese, where I was hand shredding it before and it took forever. So check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Okay, so for this recipe I'm using chicken tenderloins. I just like those better. They're smaller and they're easier to work with. You could probably use a whole breast though if you wanted to do it that way, and even pan fry it. So when I bake these in the oven, I usually use glass pans, and I just spray them lightly with a little bit of olive oil. And what I like about this recipe is that because the pork has a little bit of fat in it already, the pork rinds, and then you're adding cheese, and you also have the dish sprayed with the grease, it makes like a crusty coating on the bottom that's really yummy and delicious. I mean, crispy cheese, you can't go wrong with that, right? So while I'm breading these, I just wanted to say thank you for taking time to watch my video. I'm having a lot of fun thinking of new and interesting recipes to try. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I always appreciate new ideas, so if you have something that you think would be interesting, let me know. So I cooked these tenders at 375 for about 25 to 30 minutes. You can really tell when they're getting done because the cheese and the breadcrumbs start to brown and get crispy. Sometimes if I use like frozen chicken or partially frozen chicken tenders, there will be some liquid in the pan, and I like to drain the liquid out, like if I notice that it's accumulating in there, just so that they get more crispy. So because there's a lot of rich ingredients with these chicken tenders, I really like to eat them in a salad. One of my favorite salads is the barbecue chicken salad with barbecue and ranch on it. So here I'm making a quick barbecue sauce that's really yummy, and it doesn't take too many ingredients. I had everything on hand. And I will use that to just drizzle on my salad when it gets plated. This is a very sweet barbecue sauce, and I really like it. It reminds me a little bit of a meatloaf recipe that I have that has a brown sugar ketchup-based sauce that goes on top. It needs to be boiled and cooked down for a little while so that it'll be thicker, but in general it's going to be thinner than a typical barbecue sauce from like a bottle would be. Okay, chicken's ready. I love how crisp and golden it gets. So yummy. So here's my salad. I added a little bit of ranch to the top, and then I'm going to put the chicken on. And then I'm going to drizzle it with the barbecue sauce. I would also recommend topping the salad with corn and maybe some of those crunchy onions. So good. So I hope you like this recipe. It's kind of a unique one, just a little different take on a chicken tender, and it's low carb. So let me know what you think. Enjoy!